Good morning, guys, and welcome back to Monday Marathon. It's Chris from the Ultimate Recycler, and every week we get a big pile, well, sometimes a small pile. This week, a big pile from the local charity shop that we have to try and save from going into the e-waste crates at the transfer station. I want to return most of this back into circulation. We usually get about 80% or sometimes even better saving rate. So a lot of this was donated to the charity shop. You would assume that it's all in good working order to be donated. Not the case. Sometimes we have to do a repair, sometimes something's just not worth it or it's too dirty and we just scrap it out. But basically we try and get as much value as we can out of this stuff. Today we have a plastic tub full of all sorts of bits and pieces. There's a couple of either computer monitors or small LCD TVs, an electric blanket too, which we went through one of those in a recent video where basically I just saved the cords. I can't sell electric blankets secondhand. No one will buy them. And there's more stuff in a box underneath here. Plus I found something to flip, and this week I spent a bit more than normal. I spent $20 and I got a bag full of old cutlery. So we'll go through that. We'll see if we can find any treasures. I can see some of these bone-handled knives, so I think we've done all right for our $20. But we'll see what that works out at later in the video. Let's sort out this. We'll unpack the boxes. We'll go through it. Then we'll test things and see if we can avoid smoke and explosions. Hopefully most of it goes fine, and we'll work out some prices. I've just altered the camera angle for you so we can see this tub. We have a lot of electronic bits and pieces, maybe some kitchen stuff, and this looks to be a steam iron, although the box isn't very heavy, so it's probably not an iron. Let's have a look in here. Oh, it is, but they're obviously a lot. Oh, that's very light. Still, it looks near new. The sole of it looks absolutely fantastic. No staining, no scorching. So it's only a cheap one, Home & Co. So it's a Kmart variety. It would have been particularly cheap. There's probably no price on the box. But that looks like it's either never been used or only been used once or twice. And that will certainly have a market. The cord looks brand new. Yeah, good. Well, we'll get something for that. I'll check out a price. We might get $10. We might only get $5. Depends how dear they are to buy new. But that will be something we can test and sell for sure. We might as well empty this tub while we're focusing on it. We have a compact disc, AM/FM radio. Yeah. Oh, it's a vertical. Oh, it's got a disc in it. The Supremes. Excellent. That means I have a better test disc than this Stewart's music for dancing that you've all been putting up with. Obviously, I can't play much of the music anyway for copyright reasons, but that's cool. All right, so we'll be able to test that. Looks a bit dirty, but hopefully it works okay. Do I have a cord for it? What power does it run off? Looks like you can wall mount it. There's a spot for a battery, but that'll only be to remember the time if the power goes out. Auxiliary, I can't see a power input. How strange. Oh, under the stand, there's a 9-volt DC input. So it looks like it can be wall mounted. I guess that's why that happens. And if you do plug a cord in, you can feed the cord through the bottom of the stand. Geez, that was well hidden. So hopefully we have a 9-volt power supply in here to drive it. I would imagine it would probably draw a bit of current, being a CD player as well as a radio. But if we don't have one, I've got plenty at the shop anyway. There's quite a lot in here, so there's probably going to be a few charges. All right, we have a, what's this, a kitchen appliance. It's a Ambiano egg cooker. So that's a Aldi brand. There must be more plastic bits. Here we go. Probably like an egg poacher. And here we go, all bits and pieces. So that looks clean enough. We'll test that one out, make sure it works. Find all the bits for it. What's this? A scent. Stone Look Aroma Diffuser. Yeah, so it's a scent diffuser. That again has a power supply, which I think still... Hang on, what have we got here? I don't know what that is. Oh, there's the power supply for that. So what was the brand? It's going to be, yeah, it's Anko, so another Kmart or Target brand. I don't know how you actually work it, whether you put a few drops down the top or something, but that looks like it's probably saleable. At least things look to be nice and clean this week. There's the instructions for the egg cooker. Is this another aroma thing? Party light, it says. Party Light was a company, so I think that's maybe a aroma diffuser as well, or something like that. So we'll have to check that out. There's probably some more bits for that. Another appliance. This looks like some sort of blender. Oh, they had $10. I get a lot of stuff with prices on it, whereas people try and sell it at a garage sale or a yard sale, and if it doesn't sell, it ends up being dropped at the charity shop. So all the bits seem to be here for this. It's like a NutriBullet type thing. Oh, that's off the egg maker. And these will all have, oh, there's a base. And these will screw into there. Alright, I'll have to round up all the bits for that. But it looks clean enough. So if that one works, and I assume it would if someone put $10 on it, but we will be testing it. We should be able to get a return on that as well. Well, it doesn't look like we've got too much junk this week. Here we go, another $10 price tag on a, oh, this needs a clean, it's a bit sticky. But it's a curling wand, hair curler, high lift, ceramic professional styling tools. Okay, well that does need a clean, but it looks okay. And the last hair cooler I had was just a single one. This is a double. It sold straight away. Alright, we have Christmas lights in here, which I generally give away. Geez, we're not gonna, oh, we'll get to the bottom of this and then we'll move some stuff out of the road. What's this? A little massager? $20 they had on this. Grade setting? It's a hair thing. Oh, it's the crew cut. Oh, it's a, like a shaver. There must be some bits for that. I think that's like a scalp shaver. Oh, it still works. So it must be a rechargeable thing, like cordless. Yeah, there we go. And we have the charger with it. So, oh, they might be expensive to buy, I'm not sure. Oh, there's some bits and pieces for it, I think. Oh no, that's off the NutriBullet thing. Alright, we have a remote here. What's this for? Might be something in the other box. Start, stop, direction, mode, power. Don't know. We'll check that out in a minute. We have another hair appliance here. Another hair curler. Working silver bullet, $10. So they must have been all from the same place. That one needs a good clean as well. And that's all we've got in this box, other than a few chargers and lots of these parts for the blender. Right, I'll try and make some sense out of this. I'll get some room on the bench. We'll go through the other box and then we'll start testing things. Okay, I've sorted all those parts out. I've got a little charging USB cable here for something. Is that an old Apple fitting? I'm not sure. Doesn't seem to fit anything I've got here. It says crazy on it. Maybe it's just calling me names. And this is a little USB charging dock. It's got 2 charge pins there. I don't know what that suits either. So maybe it's something in this other box. So let's dive in here and see what we got. We'll check this monitor out later. Now the electric blanket we know what to do with, so we'll get rid of that. Oh, it looks like there's another one. So we have some more appliances here. Looks like a blender. A Kenwood blender. Looks pretty clean too. And here's the jug. Okay, that's a nice looking blender. I don't think they were very expensive, these ones. Kenwood did make a range of cheaper stuff. Check that one out. We should get $15 to $20 for that one if it goes well. It looks nice and clean. A little bit scratched on the jug, but not too bad. So another electric blanket here. Oh, we have another one again. They look like singles. The other one was probably a double. So that's all I've got. So this box was pretty quick. But we don't have any idea what this remote goes with. I don't think it's any of the stuff I've pulled out. Because it says speed and direction and function, it might be for some sort of massager. It's got batteries in it. Good. Now, if I point the remote at the camera, I'm not sure you guys will probably see this, and I can see it in the camera. It flashes. We can't see that by our naked eye, but at least I know the batteries are probably okay. I'll hang on to that remote in case something turns up. But, yeah, at least I've got some good batteries out of that. This box is going to go in the recycle bin. It's just got some cardboard packaging in the bottom there. It's not one I need to keep, and it was one for a steamer. We didn't get the steamer. Okay, all right, so we've just got to test a few things. I don't know if these computer monitors are going to be of much value. That's an eMachines one. I can sell the monitors quite easily if they have HDMI input. This one doesn't. It's only got the old VGA socket there. eMachines. It's a dated, yeah, 2010. So probably unlikely to get much value for that. I guess we can check them. And the other one probably is similar. It is a HP manufactured 2012. It does have another input. I forget what those inputs are called, but it's got your VGA. It doesn't have HDMI. We'll check it again. Someone might have a use for it, but they won't be bringing very much at all. We may as well start this testing session with these two monitors. This is the eMachines. I've just found a cord for it. I'm hoping they fire up without actually having to have a computer plugged into them. It's a model E202H. So I'm guessing it's probably 20-inch screen. I have got a tape here. Let's check that. Yeah, 20-inch screen. All right, it's plugged into my appliance tester. So let's turn that on. And I think that's a power button. It looks like, yep, it is. It lights up. Okay, it looks like it's going to work fine. Cable not connected. All right, so it's working fine. I don't need to have a computer plugged into it to boot it up. So it works, it's clean, it's neat. I just need to find a cord for it because this is just a spare cord I've got in the shed. But that's fine. I'll put it in the shop for $10. I don't think we're going to get much more for a 15-year-old monitor that only has VGA input. But looks like it works fine. It tests okay. We shall take that to the shop for $10 and see how we go. The other one is probably going to be much the same. I hope it boots up. I'll have to pinch the power cord off this one. They didn't come with cords. All right, let's boot this one up. Before we plug it in, what model was it? This is a HP W2072A. So probably about 20-inch again. It looks about the same size. Let's check that. Yep, 20-inch again. Okay, let's power it up. Switch down here, I think. There we go. Check video cable. All right, that looks like it's working fine as well. Just needs a signal, obviously, but it boots up fine. Looks quite neat, a little dusty. We'll just put that in the shop as well for $10. Move them on quick. They're not going to be that desirable. If they had HDMI, at least people can use them as a monitor for a DVD player or all sorts of things. You can even get little cables to plug your phone into them and use them as a monitor for your phone. So, okay, $10 each for those. They work fine. Next is this Kenwood blender. It's a model BLP41, 650 watt. It's a little dirty around in here, but it's not too bad. And the jug's a little scratched and could use a slightly better clean. But everything looks okay. The drive thingo's all right. So let's power this up and see what it sounds like. Okay, power on. We have a pulse function. Let's give that a whirl. Oh yeah, it sounds pretty good. And different speeds. And a pulse up the top too. Alright, so everything works fine there. It tests out okay. It's a double insulated item. It's all plastic, so there's nothing to test as far as the earth goes. And I just got to clean up in there a bit. You can see there's the remains of something just around the edge. It's not too bad. And it's got all the suction cup feet. I think probably just $15 on this. I had one of these recently and it sold fairly quickly at $15. That's enough. I don't want them sitting around too long. Now, I did a bit of checking on this and also the scent aroma thing. Stone Look Aroma Diffuser. This one is a wax melt and light. So yes, it was sold through Party Light, which I think was a party plan. Hello Coco, you've come to visit. And we will plug this in. I gather it just slightly warms, maybe even just the warmth of the globe. It does look to be, well, maybe it's an LED, in which case you aren't going to get much warmth from it. But that seems to be, that actually warms. Oh yeah, that's getting fairly hot. Okay, so it obviously melts wax very easily, much more warmth than what the globe would give it. It works fine. Again, double insulated, so we shall give that a bit of a clean, probably $10 on that. And this one, the top comes off actually. I had a bit of a look at it before, and I think you're supposed to put some water in here with a couple of drops of aromatherapy oil. And I don't think you're supposed to run them dry. It's a little sticky in there from previous use. We'll put a little bit of water in there and make sure it works. It's not a heater, it's actually a little ultrasonic disc, so it creates a steam without being hot. Okay, bit of water in there. We'll put the top back on. And this part, I don't know if it has a light or it just chuffs out some vapor. So it's plugged in underneath. We have a little power pack. All right, let's plug this in and see if it works. Power on. Now I think it's got a switch down the bottom somewhere. Here we go. Oh, it's got a light too. Oh, there we go. And it has different levels. Oh, there we go. It's chuffing already. It looks like a little volcano. And it's not hot. And it won't have much of a scent to it because that was just water. But yeah, that looks pretty cool. Nice little yellow light in there. I don't know if you can see that. So it works fine. And you have a timer here for, I guess, how long the light stays on for, or how long the actual thing operates for. 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. Oh, it changes colour. Very good, that works well. I think I'll try $10 on that as well. Should have no troubles getting that. Next couple of things to test. The dual hair curler, like a double barrel hair curler. It's very sticky, as I mentioned, and there's a bit of a crack to the housing there. And this end is actually coming apart. So the casing's broken. And I did find in the bottom of the box 2 pieces of broken plastic that I'm pretty sure were from around here. And they match up perfectly, at least the dirtiness matches up perfectly. So that was obviously supposed to hold the casing together here. I can't sell it with a broken casing, so that one will be scrapped, unfortunately. Pity help anyone that paid $10 for it at a garage sale, because it's a little dangerous when the casing's about to fall in half. It may still work, but it's not safe. So what am I going to do with that? Well, we're just going to chop the cord off, basically. There's not enough value in here for me to get scrapping it or anything like that. I think these parts, well, they're not magnetic, but I don't think it's worth trying to get it apart. It's just a lot of work for really not much weight. So we're just going to chop the cord off. It has got a very long cord, so that's a nice bonus. We'll get some value out of that, but the actual thing itself will have to go to e-waste. We can't save everything, as I've mentioned in a few videos. Now this one, I did a quick Google search on this. It's a branded base, and it's a model WO-120. I could not find any reference to anyone anywhere online. It's obviously an older unit, having a CD player. So I'm guessing maybe 1990s perhaps. I didn't have a power pack with it, but I found one in the shed. It's actually it's 9 volts, but it's only 210 milliamps. It's from a phone system, so it might need a bit more power than that, but I'm going to try it anyway. I've got plenty of these, and if it blows, well, I'll get the transformer out of it, but we might as well give it a go and see if the thing actually fires up. I will have a power supply at the shop with a higher current capacity, so we'll be right there. All right, she comes to life. And work out how to use it. We have FM this way. There we go, the volume was flat out. Sounds pretty good. We have an antenna wire, but we won't pick up much in the shed because of all the interference, but at least I know it's going to work. Yep. Oh, there we go. I've actually got very clear station, so that's good. Righto, more the test will be the CD player. So let's go to CD, and is it reading tracks? I'm not sure. Oh, it was spinning. Now our power supply seems to be handling things so far. 20 tracks, track 1. Play. Is it going to work? Sounds like it's going. I don't know the songs on this one. Let's go to track 2. Yeah, there we go. Not super loud, but it works fine. Track 3. That's not bad. I better not play too much. Alright, oh, it all works. That's fantastic. And it's working off this power supply. I think I will get a better one at the shop though. I think it needs at least half an amp to be safe, because that's not even a quarter of an amp, 210 milliamps. And given that it's a CD player with motors to drive and everything, I think it probably needs a little bit more power. But it didn't blow it, so, and it works. It just needs a clean up. I think I'm probably going to put about, oh geez, I don't know, it is an older one. We might start with $20. I think it would be, I mean, it's pretty cool having a vertical disc player. And I can leave the Supremes in there. They can have a free disc. So we'll start with $20 on that. We'll see how we go. I do get people after clock radios. Usually they don't specify a vertical CD, but hey, they might be really impressed. So there we go. We'll clean that one up a bit. We'll go for 20 on that one. Okay, even though I'm not going to sell these Christmas lights, I'm just going to give them away. We'll just make sure that they work and test safe and don't have any issues. They're low voltage. What do these power packs put out? 4 volts? Is that right? There's a sticker in the road. Secondary 4 volts. Very low voltage. Okay, let's see if something lights up. Yep, some of them do. Let's try another one. I think there's 3, there might even be 4 lights because I can see a spare plug. Yep, another section lights up. And another section lights up. And let's swap these plugs. Yeah, okay, so they all work. Alright, I might leave the whole lot tangled in a bird's nest ball, and it is missing one power pack, but I might actually ask $5 for a bundle of Christmas lights, and we'll see how we go. They work alright. I just don't like Christmas decorations hanging around the shop, even when it's Christmas time. But we'll try and get $5 for those. A couple more things to test now. We have this other hair curler, the single barrel hair curler. It's got a hair tie holding the cord together, which I don't think we need to leave on it. And it looks a bit cleaner than the other one. Working silver bullet. Let's take that tag off. And if it works okay, I'll clean it up a bit. I will be trying to get 10 for it, but I'll write my own ticket for it. It's very dirty around the end there. So no broken casings on this one. Looks okay. And the cord looks alright. Let's power it up. It says off. Do we have any metal? Where's our metal? Make sure there's no earth leakage. That looks alright. Turn it on. 180 degrees. Is it heating up? Yep, it's heating up. And we can adjust the temperature down or up. Very good. It's getting quite hot now. Off. Alright, so that works fine. Just needs a wipe over. We'll try and get $10 for that. Silver Bullet. I don't know if they're a good brand or not, but the last one sold quickly and I don't think that was a good brand either. So clean up and $10. Hopefully. Right, this iron looks like a brand newie. I didn't check out a price on these. I'll have to look it up. I would imagine being a supermarket brand one, it's going to be a cheapie, but I think we'll probably still get 10 because it absolutely looks brand new. Let's see if it works. We'll probably have an earth on this, so let's see if the earth, yes, that passes. There's a light on. Is it getting warm? Yes, it's warm straight up. Okay, so that all works fine. And the cord does look absolutely brand new. I'm sure it's hardly ever been used with the box. So I'm thinking 10, but I will check the model just to make sure that they weren't a more expensive one, because if they were, I could probably put 20 on it being as new, but I expect it's probably a cheaper brand. Now this Ambiano egg cooker, I have the instructions. It also has a little cup that I think goes with it because it says remove egg piercer cap before use. Oh yeah, it's got a little egg piercer. Well, there you go. Let's see if it works. I couldn't find any online, but I think it would have been a super cheap one being from Aldi. But I think it pretty much looks new. I'm going to try $10 on it, assuming it works okay. Power it up. It all looks good on the tester. The light comes on. I'm guessing this is just a heating element. Yep, it's certainly getting warm around the edges. So that works fine. It's probably only been used once or twice really. I'll just give it a wipe over with the book and the little cup. We'll try $10 and cross our fingers. The last couple of things to test now from this lot. The little crew cut VS Sassoon for Men trimmer, hair cutter. Works beautifully. I haven't actually charged it up. It's still going on what power it has in it. I checked them out online. It seems $20 is a pretty good price for this secondhand. I saw one sell for 50, one sell for 35. I think new they were around 100, although I think they came with a little handheld hair clipper as well. But this works great. The height is adjustable from a number 4 down to a number 1, and perfect if you like that shaven head look. So there we go with the power cord. I'm going to basically put the $20 on that one. It works perfectly, looks as new. The last thing is this food processor. It's called a Highlander. It's like your NutriBullet or your Magic Bullet type. It has $10 on it from a garage sale as mentioned, and I think that's a reasonable price if it works fine. So let's test it out. Whoa. Okay, I guess that was primed, ready to go. So it seems to work. We better test it for earth leakage. That looks fine. That sounds as good as I expect these things to sound. They always have a bit of a vibration to them, but that seems to work fine. With all the cups and bits and pieces, some of them have got sprinkle type screw-on lids. Not exactly sure what these collars are for. They go over the end of the cups, but I don't know where you use those. I reckon we'll put $10 on that. It tests fine. So we're going to have a fair return, I think, from this week. Now, before we get to check out all the e-waste goodies and what I've saved on the deck, let's have a look at our purchase for this week. Our bag full of old cutlery we paid $20 for. So we'll tip them out and see how good we did on this purchase. I think we'll do pretty well. Okay, oh, it looks like we have a set here. They're tied up with string. Oh, there's one. So that's a nice old set. It's a fish set with these knives, so they're not particularly sharp, but and the matching forks. So hopefully there's 6 of each, and they'll be probably 1930s or so by the look of the design. There'll be EPNS, which is electroplated nickel silver, and I think there's a mark on this one. Not sure if we can read it. I think it says EPNS A1 made in England. A1 is just the grade of the silver plate, and it's actually real silver plated on a base metal which is called nickel silver. It's an alloy of copper and nickel, probably a few other things. It doesn't actually contain silver, the base metal, but it is plated with real silver. We can polish it up a bit to clean it up. The handles are in pretty good condition. These are known as bone-handled knives, even though it's not technically bone. It's a faux bone or imitation bone. I've never been able to establish exactly what it is. It's some sort of early plastic, Could be celluloid, could be some form of bakelite. The stripes you get that imitate ivory, you see that on articles made from what they call xylenite, which is another early plastic. I have read, though, years ago that it's actually some form of compressed milk powder or a byproduct of milk powder. I've never actually found that again to conclude that. So if you know exactly what these are made of, let me know. But I know they are not real bone, and they are not able to go in a dishwasher, and they won't handle hot water for very long. They break down. But that's a nice set. Let's count them out. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, oh, that's a shame, unless there's another loose one. Oh, there's one. So we have 6 knives, and we have 6 forks. Excellent. So that set will clean up quite nicely. I'll give them a really quick polish just to present it a little bit nicer, and I'll just use a Silvo. Be warned, though, if you keep polishing these with an abrasive polish, you will take all the silver off, and you'll end up with a dull yellowish base metal. So you shouldn't polish them all the time. I'll just give them a quick clean up for sale. So that's nice, that set. I think we'll get our $20 back on that set alone. What else do we have in here? Well, bits and pieces. That's a silver plate again, just a little, I think you'd call that a jam knife or something like that. We have some EP&S forks, although I will check them all. They're going to have a lot of different hallmarks on them, or they look like silver hallmarks. That's just Dixon with their logo of a trumpet. And it'll probably say, yeah, it says A1. So I know that's silver plate and not real silver. I did a video once on identifying real silver. I'll link that below. But I will quickly check these to see if any are. If we find something that's real sterling silver, we've done extremely well. There's another one, different brand, Walker and Hall. And again, it doesn't have any proper silver hallmarks. So we're not going to get a lot for these ones, but we'll get something. So we'll sort these out. There's a few different brands. This one has someone's name engraved on it. And up here it says, I can't quite read that, but I don't think it's real silver. I'll check it with a magnifying glass just to be sure. So we'll pull all those basic silver plate cutlery items out. There's a soup spoon. That one looks like it's stainless steel, so usually they're magnetic. Yes, it is, and of course the other ones won't be. So no real value at all. Oh, that's a stainless steel one, but it's non-magnetic. Okay, oh, what do we have here? This is a little tea infuser for loose tea leaves. So you'd fill it full of tea leaves, and I guess you just leave it soak in your cup of hot water or your fine china teacup and give it a swish around. So that should sell. It's a little dirty, but it's undamaged. I think we might nearly get $5 for that. And that's probably a cheese knife, this one. Oh, it even says cheese knife. So that's nicely branded. Again, it's not real silver. But I think I'll give that a bit of a clean up. We should get $5 for that one as well. This one's, oh, that's another stainless steel one. Non-magnetic. They're almost a tablespoon size. I think that probably would be. Whereas this one's a dessert spoon size. Not a lot of difference. And the other one we had here, even though this was a silver plate one, that's a soup spoon. So we have different sorts of spoons. That's how I know them as anyway. Tablespoons are normally a little larger than these, and they use them as a measure for cooking. I don't know that they have an exact size. I guess a proper tablespoon size would equal so many ounces. Don't ask me, I'm not a chef. Not even close. One little teaspoon and our little jam knife, or don't think it's a butter knife, something like that. And what we have left is some basic bone handled knives, even as I said, they're not bone. This one's starting to break down. It's probably been washed in hot water and they just do not last. So that one's barely saleable. But these other ones, I'll clean them up and we should get $5 each for these. They sell quite well, the old bone handle knives. A lot of people remember them from their grandparents. They reckon they're the best knives for buttering. They're nice, thin blade, bit of flex in it. You can get squarer type blades and also the squarer type handle. They seem to be even more sought after. I would probably ask $5 each for these. So as you can see, we're going to do pretty well from our $20. Okay, I'll clean them all up. We'll add them to our price list. But let's go and have a look at all our electrical stuff on the deck. We have a lot of saleable stuff this week, which is fantastic. We have all this stuff here, all cleaned up, ready to go. Up on the top table here, we have the 2 monitors, the iron, and it turns out those irons sell brand new for about $7.50. Amazing how they can make them so cheap. So I'll try and get 5 for that. We have the electric blankets, which are going to go as dog blankets. I may not have mentioned that earlier, but I do chop the cords off. And the blankets with the cotton tie straps on them, I cut the ties off because they're handy in the garden. I mentioned that in a recent video. But we'll try and give those away as dog blankets. The actual stretchy stuff from around the side of the blankets I've cut off. I've checked with Christine, she doesn't have a use for it, so that'll go in the bin, unfortunately. And the tags off the blankets. Cardboard will all be recycled in the cardboard bin. A little bit of insulated copper wire for my stockpiles. And this is all the e-waste we have. So out of this big haul that was destined for e-waste from the charity shop, that is all that I'm taking out. Pretty happy with that, and we'll go and have a look at the notepad. It's going to add up to a fair bit this week. Just before we delve into the facts and figures, here's the cutlery cleaned up. I gave it a bit of a polish, didn't go to too much trouble, and you can also polish these handles because they are like an early plastic, and you can certainly polish Bakelite with a Silvo or a Brasso. So they cleaned up nice. There's quite a bit of scuffing on the blades, so I think someone's cleaned them with a scourer once before, but they cleaned up okay. Have a look at how good these T-tongs cleaned up. Absolutely magnificent. So I have no troubles getting 5 for them. The big pile of EPNS cutlery, I sell that at $1 a pick. I have a box of it in the shop. There's not actually much left. So rather than sort it into brands and try and make up 6 forks or something like that, I just put it all in a box for EPNS cutlery, $1 each. There's 19 items there. With that bone handle knife, it's pretty rough. That makes 20. Let's say, I think I wrote down $15 for that. If I was to sell this as scrap, I could put it in with the brass, and there's almost a kilo there. So even as scrap metal, it's about $8. We'll get about 15. We'll probably get a bit more, but we've written down 15. The stainless steel tablespoons, I'm going to put $5 the pair on those. That's just a standard stainless steel dessert spoon. We normally sell them at 3 for $1, and the campers tend to buy that sort of cutlery. And all these will be $5 each. So the total there from our $20 spent is actually $85 back. Not bad, hey? So the notepad then looks like this. We have a list of all our electrical stuff, making $135, about $85 back on the cutlery. So potentially we have, what's that, $220 back? Not a bad pickup this week. And I think most of this stuff should sell pretty quickly. And I know most of this will. The only thing that'll probably take a little while is just the spoons and forks, just at $1 each. But they do disappear fairly quickly. So there we go. That's the return from this week's episode. Last week, we only have the citrus juicer left. We've sold the other items. And interestingly, with that Elliptomax exercise machine, I suspect that's what this remote control suits. So I'll contact the lady. She's a local lady that bought that, and she can have the remote for it if she wants. The only thing left here is a citrus juicer. The previous week to that, the only thing left is that wall mount sconce light. The other things have all sold, and I did mention we got a bit extra for the hairdryer. Part 24 is done as far as the electrical stuff goes, and part 23 is also done except for that M-Joy beauty set, which I have actually discounted down to 5. If it's still here another week, it will be free. And all the previous episodes have been ruled off. So that finishes another Monday Marathon episode. It was a bit of a marathon. We had a lot of stuff this week. We've saved a lot of stuff. We stand to make some pretty good returns. It's a good episode all round. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.